Hello and welcome back to another video. This is your Freiburg match preview. West Ham versus Freiburg second leg. Obviously 1-0 down. But before we get into that, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. Big up to everyone that watched the watch along for the Arsenal game yesterday. Didn't work out the way we wanted it to in terms of the result, but whatever, it was fun anyway. And yeah, we're trying to hit 500 subscribers before the end of the year. But Freiburg at home. Freiburg at home. Now, last time it was Freiburg at home, it was two teams trying to get top of the group. Two teams that needed a win to confirm automatic qualification for the knockouts. And now it's two teams trying to confirm a place for the quarterfinals. Now, if we want to be in that Friday draw, we've got to bring the game to them. Now, when we did that last time, we won. They were awful. They've been awful every game we faced them. They're not that good, but we've got to show that we have more in our squad than we're showing. Now, I'm not going to say it's a great squad, because it's not. There's a lot missing, and we cannot defend. But what we can do, if the handbrake is off, is we can attack. Especially when the handbrake is off. Players like Paquetá, players like Kudus, maybe Antonio and Ings might earn their start this time. Maybe Ward-Prowse might play the same in his familiar position for once. He probably won't. It'll probably be for Souček, more likely. But even in small games, like, for example, Arsenal at home, where it was in the Carabao Cup, we may have played Bowen up front, but we actually played a left winger at left wing, and we just played Alvarez and Souček, which was fine. Because there's one DM and one box-to-box. Why are we playing 3 or 4? I will never know why. But what I do know is that we need 2 goals. We've been it before. We was here 2 years ago against Sevilla, against Lopetegui Sevilla. But it was more unlikely then. We was more of a team then. If you go watch back on my channel, I had no belief that we would get anything. But it was a great night, a great European night, great atmosphere, and a fantastic performance. But now we're in a place where we're in a similar position in terms of league, but it's not the same, because then it still felt somewhat sustainable, even though we was in bad form in 2022, especially in the first half. But now it doesn't feel sustainable. It doesn't feel like we're as much of a threat as we should be. And you'd think, with logic and what should happen, is there's a lot up for debate in terms of team selection. But knowing this manager, it will be a similar team to how it started against Burnley, to how it started against Freiburg away in the first leg, to how it started against Everton, to how it started even against Brentford, maybe. I think the centre-back thing is a problem, because Mavropanos cannot pass a ball. Zuma's done, and again makes a lot of mistakes. If there's one man to call up for this game, it's Angelo Ogbonna. One-off games. He hasn't played since Arsenal. He didn't play well against Olympiacos, and he wasn't even that bad against Liverpool at Anfield, because everyone else was also shit as well around him. He's our best defender. It's 2024, and I'd still put Ogbonna as our best defender. And he's probably done as well. But Ogbonna and Mavropanos kept a clean sheet at the Emirates. Let them play this game. Let that be the partnership for the Europa League. If we get through this, that should stay as the partnership. Because Ogbonna can read the game. As long as he doesn't take too long on the ball like he did against Bako Topola at home, we should be fine. But also, there's another problem. Because even now I've just said Ogbonna, I've just realised that Emerson's out for 2 weeks. Even though it's possible he could come back against Villa. So if we have the same left side of Ogbonna and Cresswell, that's very immobile. And that side could be targeted. Now, if we don't win tomorrow, it could get toxic. Because there's actual expectation, there's actual pressure at this club, as there should be. There's demands, there's... I forgot what the word is. There's standards. Because this fan base has standards. This in real life. In real life, face-to-face, this fan base has standards. Online, it's different. Online, you get a big divide. In real life, this fan base has standards. A lot of people are like, well, why are you booing all the time? Well, we're not liking what we're seeing. So we're going to boo? I'm not trying to hear players from our club that get paid from us going to the games and criticising us. The manager criticises us. Sufal and Souček have criticised us. Make this your last season, please, guys. Because Souček could go to all these West Ham pubs here. It's becoming more of an emotional attachment to Souček rather than any logic in this. It's that he knows what it means. He knows what it means to be West Ham. Does he? Because he was just criticising the fan base a few days ago and now he's going in real life, going to pubs and stuff. It's like the whole Fornals thing again. When Fornals was here, every reason that they were talking about Fornals, it was the emotional attachment. Now with Souček is, how can you not love Thomas Souček? I know how you could not love him. It's quite easy. Don't get me wrong, cult hero. Passionate player, body on the line. Can't pass the ball. Occasional goal to bail us out. I'm saying the same stuff every week. Because what I'm watching is the same stuff every week. There's no change up. There's nothing different from what I'm seeing week in, week out. You get the occasional game against Brentford where it looks good, but we never ever kick on. We never ever kick on from that game. I can still see us finishing like 9th, which is what I've been saying for a while. But so what? What does 9th do for this club? You want to kick on, you want to finish in Europe and stuff. That's the expectation now. In my opinion, it should be. Because this is why we moved to this fucking stadium. To move to the next level and all that BS. Now let's prove that we're not done. Pick the right players. If you're not going to pick both Antonio and Danny Ings, pick one of them. In my opinion, pick Antonio. Now, if it was up to me, here's what I'd do. Ward-Prowse has played a lot of games. I'd leave him on the bench. Thomas Souček can come off the bench if we need a goal. Calvin Phillips shouldn't play. So here's what I'd do. We need to attack. 4-2-3-1. That can change into a 4-4-2. If you're going to play Paquetá off the left. No, don't play Paquetá off the left. Play Paquetá next to Alvarez. Dictate and play. Keeping the ball. Kudus on the left. Bowen on the right. Ings just behind Antonio. Danny Ings can play in a 4-4-2. Danny Ings played well in a 10 against Sheffield United. And even in a natural 4-4-2, there's always a striker that drops off and a striker that is targeted. So when Antonio drifts down the channels, Kudus can get into a pocket, Danny Ings can get in the box. It could be more fluid that way. Back four, we haven't really got much choice. And Fabianski in goal for the Cups. That's how it should be played, in my opinion. What do I think is going to happen? I am less confident than I was last week. I was very confident that we'd actually go through. Very confident that we'd get a draw at their stadium and then kick on and win. I'm going to try and be positive and go 2-0. I'm not 100% in my prediction of that, but I'm going to say 2-0. And I'm going to say that we hopefully go through. I think the only way they score is how they scored last time is if we give the ball away. But let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe, people. Social medias are in the description if you want to follow me. The email for the inquiries. Road to 500 subscribers is on. We're trying to hit that at the end of the year. I'll see you guys later for the match reaction tomorrow. Goodbye.